Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, there are no issues, right? Are there any issues while downloading and installing the software?
No, ma'am.
No,
Grass.
ma'am.
I'm facing issue with grass.
Sorry, who is this?
Abhishek, ma'am, I'm facing issue with grass.
Okay, so I'll look into that later. Okay, so now let us just talk about the QGIS. So it is a open source software which is available for free for all the users to do any kind of spatial analysis or geospatial analysis, and it supports different data types of vector and raster, and also attributes data, and it also it has many plugins which can be used to perform different computations and different types of analysis. So this is one of the commonly used software for spatial analysis. So uh, everyone, please open QGIS so that you can parallelly you can see how you can explore what all options are there and what type of features are there in this particular software. So please open the software parallelly. So when you open the QGIS, you can see there is a menu bar and there are different toolbars which consist of different tools like zoom options, pan options, and uh, uh, measuring options, and also editing toolbars like this. So I'll open the software and I'll show you how they are. And also it has different panels. One is the browser panel where you can access the data which is stored. So here you can see the data directory, and there is a layers panel where you can see the layers which you have loaded into the software, and this is the map canvas where you can display the map and you can see what type of analysis you are doing. So this is the map canvas. So when you go to the project, here you have the open and save options, and other and import or export options, etc. And this is the edit bar where you can copy the features and paste features. So you can see different type of operations here. And in view you can see the zoom options as well. And this is a layer tool where you can create the layer and where you can add different layers. So here you can see there are different layers which you can load into QGIS: vector layer, raster layer. So for vector layer, just click on add vector layer. So you can either directly open the file, or also you can give direct to the you can also view the directory. I have already given the data sets which were created using Google Earth, OSM, other sources. So please download the data set and try to open the files in QGIS. So I will open one vector data set. So this is a shapefile of Vishakhapatnam I have created using Bhuvan. So giving the .shp, it represents the shapefile. Just so then click add. So you can see the boundary of Vishakhapatnam has been given here. So when you open this, just right click there, and here click on the properties to see the metadata of this particular data set. So here there is an option called information. So here you can see the coordinate system, which coordinate system it is, and what type of file it is, and attributes it has. And in the properties you can see various options to change the coordinate system from one coordinate system to another. You can use this option. So here you can select different types of coordinate systems. So you can see various coordinate systems here. So you can select which. So generally we use WGS 84 UTM zone. So you can give whichever coordinate system represents that particular area. So I have changed the coordinate system here. Just after changing, just click apply and then click OK. And you can also change the symbology of this particular file. And to view this layer, you can just zoom to particular specific layer as well. So this is how you can add vector layer. Also you can add a raster layer. Just go to add raster layer and give the file path where it is. And similarly you can also give the Excel file in the format of CSV file. So you can also add, like if you have an Excel file with latitude and longitude details, you can give that particular data set. So here there is a called X field and Y field, which takes the latitude and longitude details. So in the X field you will give the longitude, and Y field you will give the latitude. And here you can also give the coordinate system for that particular data set CSV file, and then you can add the file. And also I have explained the WMS and WMTS layers in one, right? So those you can add those layers here. So to create for adding, you should just create a new service connection, and here you have to give the login details of the one, and then it will ask for the. So here you can give the URL as well. The then you can access the files, and whichever layers you want to take, that you can just select and click add. So this is how you can add different format files in QGIS. And then here, if you want to install many other plugins, you can install it here. So if you go to this manage and install plugins, you can see number of plugins are available. So if I want to Map Services is a plugin to add different base maps like Google Maps. If you want to view the Google Maps in QGIS, so this is a plugin which will enable that. So just click on here and just install this plugin. Okay, so for me it is already installed. You can install this plugin. And here in Vector you can see different tools, geoprocessing tools, where you can buffer the boundary, you can clip the you can clip the vector files, and you can also subtract the vector files. You can join two vector layers, and also geometry tools you have. You can take the centroid. So there are various geometry tools, and here you can find different analysis tools where you can find the mean coordinates and basic statistics of that particular place of that particular vector data. And in research tools, here you have create grid, etc. And similarly in data management tools, you have other options like splitting the vector layer. If you want to reproject the coordinates layer with the different coordinate system, you can use this. And also you can merge many vector layers. So there are many other tools where, like you can get it while installing, after installation of plugins. as per your requirements for the project. And similarly for raster also there are different options. So you can clip the raster using a vector file using this extraction, and you can also, if you have some file which is in JPEG format with no spatial coordinate system, so you can also georeference the files. So this is the option to georeference. And also you have raster calculator to perform various raster operations. And here is the database where you can create a proper database for your project. And this is the web. So here quick map services, you can access the base map. So to add Google Maps, just go to this search quick map services. So here you can view what maps you want. You can add the as base map. So you can find the this base map here, which is available from Google satellite image. So you can see this, and there is a processing which has the toolbox, which has different other tools which are not available visible here. So those tools you can access from this toolbox. So it has many number of tools, and then for any help you can also use this help contents. So it has a description of each and every tool and each and every plugin and how to use them. So you can also access them through this. So here you can see there is this is layers toolbar. So where you can add vector layers. So if you want to add or remove any toolbar, you can just right click on this menu bar, and you can see there are different panels which you can add into your screen, and there are different toolbars which you can add or remove them. So this is how a QGIS software looks. And also you can see it is a status bar where you can find the coordinates and the scale of the map. So these are all map rendering attributes, and the coordinate system you can find. So see I have mentioned about this data source manager where you can add add different layers, and also this browser panel where you can access the data directly from the drives, and then layers panel where you can manage the layers. We can view the layers, and you can also order keep the layers in an order. And this is you can see there is a navigation toolbar which has zoom options, pan options, etc. This is the attributes toolbar where you can identify the features with the attributes. So and then you can open the attribute table from this, and this is a field calculator where you can perform operations between the columns in the attributes. And this is the measure tool where you can measure a line or polygon, etc. And this is the text. You can create a text in the map itself. And this is the digitizing toolbar where you have different options to add a point or polygon and etc. And there is advanced version of this digitizing toolbar where you can modify the features, the split features, or merge the features. So it has many other options as well. And this is selection toolbar where you can select the features in a group or select features individually and unselect all the features. So, and we have also talked about how different number of plugins available and how to install the plugin. And so these are the various options you can see under the menu. So, and we have also talked about how to add a vector layer in QGIS and how to add a raster layer in QGIS, and also how to add adding the Excel, how to add the Excel data, and how to add the base maps. We have also looked at this. So, so this is how we open the files, right? Now we will see how we can create a new vector file and create a new shape file in this. So for that, first go to the layer, and here you can see create layer. So there is a if I want to create a new shapefile, you can just click on this new shapefile. So you can select the directory where you want to save the file. And whenever you are saving files, please use underscores instead of giving spaces, because some if you're using this file in some other softwares, then like in Grass, it may not take the file name, so it will give you an error. So just please make a habit to save it in underscore. And also I can give the coordinate system. So for your study area, you have to look at which coordinate system you need to give. You have to find out in which UTM zone your area is there. So if I want to add any attributes, you can add here, or you can also add those attributes later as well. And what type of vector data you want to add, whether it is a point or line or polygon. So you can just give. So if I'm selecting a polygon here. So if I want to mark this urban area, I can just, so to start create a polygon, first after creating the shape file, you just need to right click, and here there is toggle editing. You can either click here or you can also click here directly. So click on this, then it will enable the editing tool. So then after that, you can see there is an add feature. So since we have selected polygon, so it is asking for add polygon. If you have selected the if you have created a point layer, then it will show add point. So click on this. So now I can draw a polygon. So once after I finish drawing polygon, just give a right click. So it will ask for the ID. So you can just enter the. So this is how you can create a shapefile and a polygon within the shapefile. Is it okay? Are there any doubts?
Ma'am, can we edit it once we have made this?
Yes, after you draw, you can also edit that. For that, you need to switch on this. Just a minute. Okay, so you need to switch on this advanced digitizing toolbar. So here you will get many other options like if you want to add one more polygon to this, you can add. You can also modify this polygon. You can also cut this polygon here. You can also split into different parts. So just select the polygon here to edit. So here you can also move the feature.
Cycler show them using this reshape.
Sorry.
Or I'm saying you can show them any one of them, either reshape or something.
Yes. So if I want to add extend this polygon, if I want to add some other part within this same ID of a polygon, so you can use this add part. Okay. So one part is created, and you can also delete this part. If you want to okay. So like don't know. Okay. So I can delete this part. So you can edit this polygon by using this vertex edit, by changing, modifying the vertices. So you can So like before, before using this tool, like when you click on this tool, you just need to right click first, and then you have to just move it like however you want to edit, you can just edit. So this is how you can use this vertex tool to edit this polygon. So have you understood this?
It's not working. So it's things are not working.
Okay, I think there is some problem with my system itself. So you can try with these tools.
Just which vertices you put it. This vertices.
Yes. So this is the tool where you can to edit this polygon. You can use this tool to edit the vertices. You can just use those vertices to reshape the feature.
This it is.
So have you understood?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
I think there is problem with some issue with my system only. So yes, there is some problem with the plugin in my software. That's okay. Okay, so this is how you can create the shapefile in QGIS. So is it clear till here?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is the
Yes,
basic
ma'am.
things you need to do with the in the software. Like when you work on for other analysis, you'll be explained what other operations you like what operations you can uh, do. You can explore them by in next further classes. So since today's is just about a brief introduction, I think this would be enough for this class. So if there are any doubts, you can ask me. So here I have shown how to create a shapefile, and now we'll go about to see how you can add an attribute table for that particular shapefile. So I'm just saving the layer. So when you right click here, you can find there is an open attribute table option. So just click on this, or else you can directly click on here also. So here, as of now, you have just there is only ID here, right? So if you want to add further columns, you can just again toggle editing and go to this new field. Click on this new field. You can give any column, any name for that particular column. So and here you should give what type of content attribute it is, like whether it is a number or whether it is a decimal number or text or any other attribute, and then you can give the length of that attribute, and then so you can see there is another attribute which is added, another column, and if you want to delete this particular field, you can use this option to delete this. So here it shows the now columns here, so you can select whichever column you want to delete and you can delete it. And there is an option called field calculator. So here you can create a new field, or also if you want to work on existing column, you can just click on this update existing field and select a column which you want to do, which you want to edit. So, and here you can see there are number of operations you can perform within the attributes, and here you can see the fields and values. It talks about each column. So, and whatever the operations you want, you can use this expression. You can write an expression of that operation and then click OK for that. So this is like if you want to add one column, like how like in Excel we perform different operations like adding or subtracting or summing up. So and also some kind of statistical things. So that those all you can do using this field calculator. So this is about the attribute table, and then when you if you want to change the color symbology of this, you can go to the properties, and you can also change the symbology here. You can give different colors or different symbols if you want. You can give them, and if you want to provide label for this, you can just go to the labels, and here you can give individual labeling or category based labeling as well. So you can select on which attribute the labeling should be there. So you can select any attribute here, and then you can change the settings, font settings, like the type of font and the size of the font as well. So this is about how to style and how to symbolize and how to add attributes to the particular created shapefile. So is it clear? Attribute table, I have symbology, how to add the symbols and all. I have also talked about how to add the labels for that shape. And now how to compose a map. So let us look at how can we compose a map. So for that you need to go to the project, and here you can find the new print layout. You can just give a name here. Click OK. So there is one more window which is open, which has different tools for creating a map, and this is the map rendering screen where the map can be laid, and these are the settings where you can change the settings of the map, and this is the layer layer panel. So where whatever things you add, that will be visible here. So let us. So this is a tool to add the map, which is in Qgis. So you can add a map here, and here you can also add other things like 3D map and adding image, and also you can move the image, move the map inside the frame. So you can also there is here you can see add legend. So you can add the legend using this tool, and here you can see add scale. You can add the scale here, and also there is a text tool where you can which you can use for adding title or other things. And here there is a north arrow, so you can add the north arrow also. And here you can find different symbols as well. And once after you compose map, if you want to export, save the map either in PDF or image format, just you can go to this export as image or export as PDF, or it is available here also. Export as image or export as SVG format as PDF format. So the same options are available here. And if you want to change any settings, you can just click on this and change the settings of this particular component. compose it. So this is where you can compose the map. So I have provided a data set called India states. So you can use that particular data set now and create a map like this. And also you can please compose a map using the data sets which we have downloaded from Bhuvan, OSM. You can combine those data sets and make a proper map and for the next class using Qgis. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So I have already given the data sets which are already downloaded from Bhuvan, OSM. So have you all found saw that folder?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So use those data sets and compose a map uh, and if there are any issues, just let me know while composing the map. So this is a brief introduction about how to use the Qgis, how to add files and how to open the files. And so today I have explained the basic things to use the software. So if there are any doubts still here, you can ask me. Are there any doubts? Should I continue to the next one? Or should we take some break for this?
Ma'am, can we have a little break?
Sorry?
Ma'am, a break
A
would be
small
fine.
break.
Okay, so let us take 5. So there are no questions, right?
No.
Okay, so let us take 5 minutes break and let us just talk about gracias in the next part. So let us be back by 3 by 4.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.